guys, what's going on? My name is Luis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is May 29, 2024, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Alright guys, so we have some urgent information coming out. If you can, please share this video. So we have big breaking news. NATO member countries, one after the other, lifted all restrictions on the use of NATO equipment by the yellow and blue country, giving, look at this, the green light for strikes on military targets deep in the bear territory. Now, this is big breaking news, guys. We're talking about multiple members are basically given a green light to the yellow and blue country. Fire the equipment, fire those equipments into the bear territory. So once again, NATO has decided to cross yet another bear red line. If the bear does not react now, the next step would be to send NATO ground forces to the yellow and blue. These are big breaking news, guys. It's very important to share this video. You have another person here, top 468, signal openness to letting the yellow and blue country strike into the bear territory with sleeping giant equipment. This is another one right here. So you have NATO members, you have the 4-6 administration, you have a prime minister from different lands are giving the green light to the yellow and blue country to fire equipment towards the bear territory. And this is the reason why the bear is going to be dropping nukes left and right. And that's what they want. That's what NATO, that's what Mr. Burns wants. He wants the bear to strike with nukes. You know why? That would cancel November. Just like what's going on in the yellow and blue country, Zelensky declare martial law and cancel election. Well, they want to do the same thing here in the sleeping giant. They want to declare martial law and cancel November. Now we're going to see what's going on here, guys. If you can, please share this video. This is very, very important news. Big breaking news coming out. Guys, my next video is going to be about the 4-5. Now, it seems like the jury has not made the decision. It was postponed till tomorrow. Something is going on there. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, they kind of postponed it till tomorrow. That's kind of strange. So we're going to get to that one, but let's see what's going on with this news here, guys. It says, we're going to skip this part. We already read that one. Breaking. Emmanuel just announced France support heading military sites used to BLMB the yellow blue country in the bear. This is huge. The first time a major NATO member has to you-know-what to do it. But here's the problem. This is going to lead to big WW3 alert. Emmanuel said the yellow and blue must be able to strike the military bases on the bear territory. Stop. Why now? That's the question here. Why now? I mean, 2.5 years. Now all of a sudden, you guys want to strike? Here's the thing. It's not the yellow and blue gov that wants to strike the bear. It's NATO. They want to strike the bear, and they want to strike it by sending their equipment to the yellow and blue country. So they are using the yellow and blue country in order to strike the bear. I mean, isn't that a SISSY move? If you guys want to go one-on-one with the bear, just say it. Go. Stop using the yellow and blue. Emmanuel, let's go. You don't have to use the yellow and blue. Show the people, again, show the world that, your land is tough. Mr. Burns, let's go. Stop using the yellow and blue. Go show the world how tough the sleeping giant are. But no, they won't do that. They want to use lands. And guess what? It ain't the first one. Man, the sleeping giant has been doing this for many years. If you think we're doing this for the yellow and blue, and we are the sleeping giant, we are angels, wake up. Wake All right, so it says here, Emmanuel all of a sudden is acting like King Kong again. But this one here is Mr. Zelensky will attend the 80th anniversary of the landing of Allied forces in Normandy in northwestern France on November 6th. His French counterpart Emmanuel announced today. So I will have the opportunity when Mr. Z goes to France on the occasion of D-Day next week to welcome him and then speak very precisely to announce what we will do. More about the support of the Yellow and Blue, he said during a press conference in that land that he gave with Councillor Olaf at the Messenberg Tower near Berlin. That's where we are right now. The sleeping giant are using lands. We are using the Yellow and Blue. We don't want to use ours. We want to use the Yellow and Blue. So I would not comment on the uncoordinated and unfortunate communication he added in response to a question about the possible sending of the French camouflage to the Yellow and Blue. The Yellow and Blue Supreme Commander's announcement that he has signed documents allowing the French expert instructors to soon visit the Yellow and Blue training centers was unfortunate, uncoordinated, Emmanuel said today. Now, the Yellow and Blue has since corrected what was said and will not comment further on the announcement. At the same time, Emmanuel said that the Yellow and Blue capital should be allowed to neutralize the bases from where the Bear launches its missile against the Yellow and Blue soil, amid the debate about the use of Sleeping Giant and NATO equipment in the Bear country. The question is why? Why are you guys doing this now? Why? You should have hit the Bear at the very beginning, when the Bear didn't have none of those regions. And now all of a sudden that the Bear has all these regions, now you want to go strike the Bear territory. Why? I tell you why. The Bear's winning. Plain and simple. The Bear is winning. Alright, so they must allow to neutralize the expert position from which the missiles are launched. The military position from which the Yellow and Blue is being struck. Now, if we tell them you don't have the right to reach the point where the missiles are fired from, we are actually telling them we are handing you equipment, but you can defend yourself, Emmanuel said on the last day of his official visit to Germany. But we must not allow other targets in the Bear and obviously civilian installation to be hit. Here's the thing, guys. Let's say the Bear gives Cuba missiles, and the Bear tells Cuba, hit him. Hit him. Sleeping Giant, what will your reaction be? Is it Cuba's fault? Or is it the Bear's fault? Now remember, this happened in the 1960s and the 60s when JFK. Remember, Cuba had the Bear nukes, and it was being pointed at DC. And so, again, JFK, he was talking to Castro, but at the same time, he was also talking to the leader of the Bear, I forget his name, but it was not an easy negotiation. It was tough. It was tough. Now, let's go to 2024. Guess what? It seems like the Bear leader is JFK. The Bear is a sleeping giant. Mr. Burns is the Bear. And the Yellow Blue country is Cuba. It's the same story. It's just different lands. It's the same story, different year, different land. Same story. So what's going to happen here? The thing is, we should know better. But again, what do you expect? The Sleeping Giant has turned into the abomination. We must be allowed to neutralize the expert position from which the missile are launched. So we're going to skip some of this here, guys. Yeah, we're going to skip this here. You guys already know it's Emmanuel. He's the one that's giving the green light, and we did talk about that yesterday. Let's go with this one right here now. The top 4-6 aides signal openness to letting the yellow and blue strike the bear with sleeping giant equipment. From Emmanuel to Anthony. Let's see what's going on here. These are very important. You cannot ignore these signs here. Two senior 4-6 administration officials Wednesday opened the door to allowing the yellow and blue to use sleeping giant donated. Donated? Stop. Come again? I thought the yellow and blue was going to pay back all that stuff that we gave them. I thought the yellow and blue was going to pay back those stuff. Let's read that again. Two senior 4-6 administration officials Wednesday opened the door to allowing the yellow and blue to use sleeping giant donated equipments to strike inside a bear. Donated means that it was given to them. It's a gift. You don't have to pay us back. Mr. Z is like, but it's $200 billion. Don't worry, Mr. Z. You don't have to pay that back. $200 billion is not that much. We got those phony sleeping giants. They pay more TAX. Don't worry about it. You okay? You want a mansion? You got 2 mansions? We could get you another one. Trust me, that's how they talk behind closed doors. The move, if made, will come as European allies, lawmakers, and the yellow and blue official experts pressure on the White House to lift the restrictions, meaning that to give him the green light. And as the bear has made major advances on the battlefield, the bear is winning. It also suggests that Mr. Burns, the leader of the sleeping giant, and his team are increasingly worried about the yellow and blue capital ability to fend off the bear strikes, especially its latest advance in the yellow and blue second largest city of Kharkiv. It seems like Kharkiv is the one that kind of opened the door to everything. Mr. Anthony signaled that the possible change during a visit to Moldova when pressed by reporters, a hallmark of the 4-6 administration approach towards the yellow and blue since the bear launched its full-scale operation 2 years ago. It has been adopted as the condition and have changed as the battlefield has changed as what the bear does has changed. So we adopted and adjusted. Give me a second here, guys. It seems like it's slowing down now. Shortly afterward, National Security Council spokesperson Mr. John, while stating that there's no change in the current policy that says the yellow and blue can't use sleeping giant supplied equipment to strike inside of bear territory, also noted that sleeping giant support the yellow and blue has evolved appropriately. So here's the thing. See, I remember things. I don't forget things. A lot of people do. I don't. People forgot about 2020. I still remember it like it was yesterday. 2.5 years ago, before the Biblical War operation, when it started, the 4-6, the leader of this land, said, "We will send equipment to UKR, to the yellow and blue." And he said this, "And I promise it will not be used to hit the bear." That's what he said. I promise. That long keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Truly apologize, guys. It seems like it's buffering. Yeah, it's really bad. Something's going on with the computer. It's probably this website. So it says here, the article website. It says here, 2 other 4-6 administration official cautioned that no final decision has been made and that Anthony and John were describing a general trend of sleeping giant support for the yellow and blue during the Biblical War. One of the initial caution followed by permission. They were not necessarily guaranteeing a forthcoming shift. The topic is under consideration. A sleeping giant officials familiar with the issue said both were granted anonymity to speak about sensitive internal deliberation. The yellow and blue capital hasn't seen concrete movement on the matter from the 4-6 administration, according to a person close to the yellow and blue leader, Mr. Z office. Now, Mr. Z, during a visit to Belgium on Tuesday, he begged the sleeping giant and NATO Gov to please give us permission to use your equipment to strike the bear territory. Please, please. You know why? He really don't care about the sleeping giant. He just want to drag the sleeping giant so the sleeping giant can help them. And that's what's going to happen. And so you better get your young ones ready, because they're going to be going after young ones and wearing the camouflage. The sleeping giant restrictions significantly reduced the effectiveness of partners' assistance and neutralized the efforts made, according to an Eternal Yellow and Blue Gov document on Wednesday, setting out talking points for the Yellow and Blue officials obtained by that news. The 4-6 has faced mounting pressure at home to lift the restriction, including from the LEFT and foreign allies' decisions to give the Yellow and Blue the go-ahead to use their transfer weapons on the bare soil, have added to the pressure. These people don't understand, if they do that, we're going to be in WW3? This month, UK Foreign Minister David said the Yellow and Blue capital should use British equipment to strike the bear territory. Then on Monday, NATO Parliamentary Assembly adopted a resolution calling on NATO and sleeping giant countries to allow the Yellow and Blue to use equipment to strike military target inside the bear. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. This is going to be biblical war. If they want this to happen, and they want the sleeping giant to lift those restrictions, to give the okay to use our equipments to strike the bear, game on, WW3. The bears say they're going to fire towards NATO. They're going to fire towards us, the sleeping giant. Alright, guys, so I'm just going to end the rest of this, because this one here is talking about Emmanuel. You see Emmanuel? We already know about Emmanuel for the past couple of weeks. But, yeah, they want the sleeping giant to lift that restriction. Hey, sleeping giant, we are waiting for you. Are you going to give us the green light? Yes or no? There's a possibility. The reason why the sleeping giant, the reason why the 4-6 hasn't given a green light yet, is because they're waiting for the verdict for the 4-5. And let's say the 4-5 is guilty. Then the 4-5 will not be sleeping giant leader, because they're going to lock him up. So, if that happens, which I believe they are waiting for the verdict first, and if he's guilty, guess what? Ain't nobody there to debate the 4-6. There's no one. There's no, what? FK? That's it? He ain't going to win it. It ain't going to happen. Mr. Burns will say, there's no one to go against me. Martial law. And that's when the sleeping giant is going to lift those restrictions, give the green light to the yellow and blue, and fire towards the bear. And you better be ready, because that thing is going to hit the fan. It's going to hit us here too. If you think that we are protected by the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, think twice, man. Think twice. These waters are not going to save us. Man, you better be ready. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give your life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.